You've heard about the latest Jaguar XK, the new sleek body by Ian Callum. Designed as a convertible so that it's incredibly stiff, they're made even more rigid when it's turned into a coupe. The XK represents the new look of Jaguar, a company that has until now spent rather too long looking to the past for its car designs. If you don't like this, and others don't either, then the future looks bleak for the English manufacturer. But let's not get over-emotional. The XK8 is a very fine car indeed, and now Jaguar has launched the XKR, the XK8 with an extra 30%. Supercharging pumps up the V8's power by 120 brake horsepower to a very useful 420 bhp. To handle all that, Jaguar's CATS suspension has been beefed up, and there are some purposeful 20-inch alloys that add both to the style and the grip levels. The result is a stonkingly quick sports car, less than 5 seconds to 60 miles per hour, and a power band as broad as the M25 at Heathrow. There's blood and guts performance all the way from rest to an artificially limited 155 miles an hour. It's also accessible too. Jaguar has worked hard to ensure the XKR's performance is easy to exploit. There's no need for the exceptional levels of driving expertise that are needed to get the most from a Porsche or Ferrari. There's no doubt that much of this is down to the superb transmission. Automatic like all Jaguar V8s, the 6-speed ZF unit shifts as smoothly as any. But flick that lever to the left into sport and things get angrier. Gears changing at higher revs and hanging onto those revs for longer as you slow. Then move on to the paddle shift. Gears change instantly, and you can even pre-select down changes so the shift will happen when you have slowed to the necessary speed. None of this is any different to the regular XK8, but the driving experience certainly is. Instead of a heady combination of sounds from both the underbonnet air intake and the exhaust burble, the XKR relies entirely on the exhaust pipe for the soundtrack. It's hardly as sweet as the XK8, but man, is it aggressive. Think Steve McQueen in Bullet, a Ford Mustang, and you'll get the idea. The uprated suspension, noise, simply the sheer aggression of the XKR means it's the coupe that should be the model of choice. The sweet nature of the Roadster is just too compromised in this more powerful version. The coupe has 420 bhp of supercharged V8 in its rightful place. No compact sports car, the XKR just hunkers down and gets on with it. It's at its best mixing high speeds and sinuous corners. There's a real joy to be had flicking down a couple of gears to the accompanying blap blap of the exhaust and then simply scything through a series of bends. Yet that CATS suspension ensures that the ride is on the right side of comfortable virtually all the time. It's typically Jaguar classiness inside, with extra supportive XKR leather seats and the usual sumptuous environment. In line with the extra sporting dimension, the usual wood has been replaced with bespoke metal trim. Alright, you can have wood if you insist, but then harping back to tradition isn't what Jaguar wants to be about today, is it? On the good points, there's high levels of performance which is also easily accessible, a terrific gearbox, and there's a fine balance between ride comfort and handling. On the downside, the convertible is less well focused than the coupe, some of the regular XK8's gorgeous soundtrack has been lost, and its frightening fuel economy.